Ekabo, no, welcome to See the World with Ajala Nene. And today I have one of my, what should I call you? Should I call you Menti?
I think that would work actually because you did that
I will
work,
probably, if you
right?
don't take it, I'll take it.
No, you did that work. When we were starting, you were one of those people that actually took me from nothing into
Oh,
understanding
it
the
wasn't nothing.
industry.
No, it's just
Oh,
like
it wasn't
you were
nothing. Actually,
growing, and
yeah,
I
I
was like,
was growing and I was so confused about the industry. I didn't even know what was happening, right?
so everyone meet Cornelius. He did. He was one of the competitors, or should I say, he signed up for African Youth and Tourism
Tourism
competition that
competition,
happened
okay.
in Namibia, which I've been the privilege of doing I think the third and fifth edition. The third edition, I was the third, top three, and then the fourth edition, I was like top five.
Mm.
So when I heard that a Nigerian was representing us in Namibia, he reached out to me. He and one other guy. What's the other
Yeah.
guy's name? I forgot his name.
What's his name? I know. I'm
Uh,
trying to remember his name. He's no
Reached
longer
out to
out
me,
in the
and
business.
I kind of like mentored them to let them know how to pitch their tech product to investors. And he made me proud. I was among the top three. The only Nigerian. I think one was South African,
South
the other one was
African, Kenyan,
and a Namibian.
no, so the Kenyan guy, the
Kenyan
Kenyan lady was the first.
was
I was the
first.
second.
Second
Then the South African was
was
the
the
third.
third. And
Yeah.
you were the only guy, Abby. I think you were
Yes,
two
I was the
ladies.
only guy.
Oh, yeah. Before I continue, let me read his bio. So, Cornelius is the co founder and CEO of Kardinal, a business travel and experience booking platform positioned to return travel confidence to businesses and their employees. His view is to see the world where African countries can compete and achieve dominance globally. And this pushed him to build GoKardinal, a platform that digitalizes business travel booking with integrated financial and experience management capacities. I love that financial part because I think there's any problem we're having in the travel space now is the financial gateway.
Yes.
My last product, which got me to African Youth and Tourism competition, was crowdfunding
Okay.
for tourism businesses. And one of the biggest problems I had was trying to get a financial gateway. I mean, I had the opportunity to talk to the founder of Paystack.
Mm.
Like, literally, we spoke. But trying to connect and put everything on my platform was going to be a problem.
I can relate to that because
Yeah.
when we were building GoKardinal, we basically looked at Paystack, InterSwitch, and Flutterwave.
Flutterwave,
Yeah.
yes.
InterSwitch was a no-no, basically.
Obviously.
It was too complicated, right?
Yeah, too
So we
technical.
had Flutterwave and Paystack, but Paystack was basically well known. But then we had the idea wasn't just to allow Nigerians to transact, right? We wanted to build a global product, and we saw the limitation at that point with Paystack when you probably want to sell to a Kenyan or maybe like in Namibia when we went for that
Yeah.
competition. So we started also exploring the global payment gateways, and that period was one of the hardest period of my life.
I did not do the crowdfunding again because of that. No.
Ah,
I had a programmer to help me program to build it up and maybe we share profit. But just to get that financial gateway thing, I looked and I looked, I did not find. So I'm happy to see that you are able to get someone you can work with. But let me go to the question I normally ask my interviewees first. Why travel and tourism? What made you come to, like you said, when I was mentoring you,
yeah.
I feel so proud to say that you didn't know anything about travel and tourism. You didn't know about the terrain,
Basically,
right? Basically. So, but why did you guys decide to jump into this
one
industry?
thing I believe I don't talk about so much is that people don't know that I'm even a biochemist, right? So you can imagine
Eh?
the switch
Science students.
from biochemistry to tourism, right?
Yeah.
So even while I was in school, I knew that I would not end up in the laboratory, right? But I saw myself producing something. Right then in school, when I came to Lagos after graduation before
Where were
NYC,
you before?
I was in the East, right?
Where did?
Anambra State.
Ah, my people.
Yeah. So when I came to Lagos, I was still waiting for NYC, but I was bored. I started going to National Institute for tubers and whatever.
Yeah,
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 at
yeah.
Dayaba.
Yeah,
Then
Ayaba side.
I wanted to, okay, let me just test an idea. I wanted to do like an infant formula, right? And add some like health nutrients inside that. So I got millets, I got soybean, and I was testing. Okay, what if I use aloe vera or any of the plant extract to mix together and produce something? So I went there, and it was quite very difficult to even get them to give me audience because I wasn't coming directly from an institution.
Institution, okay.
Right, so I was just an individual that is trying to do
Something with himself.
something,
He was
right?
bored.
So eventually a lady gave me, and we did the research, and we she helped me with the analysis, and it was good. And at that point I even had to send a sample to my friends and my family that with a child at that point. But then why did I not continue? I think it should be finance, right? And then NYC came, and I just left it.
But you
Uh,
kept yourself busy.
Yes,
That was really
I
nice.
was. Yes, I was. I've always been that way. I had a business in school.
Oh wow.
I
What kind
had
of business was that?
it was a drink business. So then my school was quite into the remote area. So when students probably want to do a party or the likes, they are always stressed with going out to get drinks and get all these essentials for their party. So I built a platform, the wine place. And if you check it, you see, but
Oh
the
wow.
platform is down now. The wine place. So the idea is that you would come on the platform and order drinks and some other essentials, and they are delivered to you in 60 seconds.
Wow.
In 60 minutes, sorry. So it was basically the what I used right into school and into graduation. But then coming into Lagos, I just couldn't continue. You get sometimes you've
Yeah.
built something and you felt like, okay, I think I've passed this
In
stage.
fact, let me
move it.
just put in there, because I think as entrepreneurs we feel that when you build something once, it has to stay forever.
Yeah.
Everybody's not Coke. Everybody's not Guinness. Everybody's not which other brand has lasted for 100 years,
Yeah.
right? But if you ask those people, they will have tested some products that they did not put out there, or maybe they started and it failed. So being an entrepreneur doesn't mean that you must get everything right. I've tried
Right.
so many things:
Ah.
crowdfunding, the educational travel something, 20 things, and they didn't. I wasn't saying money. I said, no, girl, you can't do this yourself. So I like that you had this experience of business and all that. Now let's go. How did you not enter the travel
Okay.
space?
So after NYC, I started working with at the airport. That was the first experience I had.
What took you to the airport?
I was working with Nearest Airline Service and Logistics. It was basically we're basically there to serve or to cater for airlines, right?
Okay,
So
what kind of products, what service were you guys all rendering them?
so when you enter international, they serve you food. People make that
Oh,
food basically.
okay,
So
okay.
they make food for international carriers, the likes of Emirates, British Airways,
okay.
and the
Also, all
like.
those food I used to eat in Emirates and
Yes, they
everything,
make
and
it
them.
there. But I was working in the sales and marketing, right?
Okay, was
So
that what you did your NYC?
no, after NYC, that was the first employment
Okay.
I did. So after that, I now moved to one of the travel conglomerates in Nigeria, right? That was when the travel experience came. Let me just say that probably they picked me because I was at the airport. So they just felt like, okay, maybe you, but they don't understand the idea of Nearest Airline Service and Logistics. They felt like, okay, you have an airline affiliation or something like that.
Yeah.
So probably that was why, or then the sales and marketing. That was how I entered the travel industry, right? Then I was working one day, and I was basically doing a research with my co-founder happened to be my prospect.
Oh, really?
Yes. So
Interesting.
I was doing
What's his name?
Oyekashi.
Onyekachi.
So I was doing like a sales pitch, and we were just talking and throwing ideas, right? So he now mentioned that he works in the entertainment space, and their industry require a lot of movement, right? But the idea of anytime someone would be at the airport and probably your flight is cancelled impromptu, and you have to probably reach out to probably your people, and they reach out to the travel agency, and the agency would now respond when they are available. So it becomes a problem. You can imagine when a big artist is probably traveling and
That
the flight,
happens.
that happens. So we started to explore, okay, how do we if there is a process where you can easily book these things on your own, you don't necessarily need to pay from your money, right? Just the way any business would definitely have their own banking app that is different from the individual banking app. You can have a business travel platform that is different from every other leisure travel platform that would have, right?
Okay.
You book that because your flight has been cancelled, and the company, your company, would see everything that you've done in real time, and probably payment is made right within that app. You are not stressed with the payment, because most companies now, they will tell you as a staff, travel, drop your receipt
Yes,
eventually,
and
and
they
they
will
will now
sort it out.
reimburse you
Yes,
after a month. I feel that's very frustrating. For what if you don't have the money?
exactly.
So we started looking at that, and I felt like, okay, this is actually something that we can explore. And that was how we started. I was, I think, a year, 6 months in the travel space. He doesn't have any travel industry experience.
Yes.
He's just a software engineer also. So we said, okay, let's build something, like, right? How do we start the research? We now started talking to users, trying to understand what we can actually build to make our product to stand out,
Yes,
right?
yes. So that you're not just creating something that people will not
Something,
use.
yes. So if the first product that we launched, GoKardinal A, was a complete flop, right?
Of course.
We had
Most times the first one is a flop.
we had so many people afraid, because we had to build a lot of features. Yes, it was good, but it was too much, and the market was just too scared of the big product that we built. So we had to go back again, start removing features that we felt like people were not using. We're tracking
Users.
the ones that we are using, and we started removing to at least simplify the entire platform. So that's basically how
How many test runs have you guys had? How many prototypes?
okay. Okay, let me just say that the would say 3, right? But in between that 3, we've had bits and bits of, okay, let's change this, let's change. But I would say, if we say, okay, we pushed this, we retrieved it, and we
Okay.
the
Just did some
platforming,
changes and everything,
updating,
yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
basically.
So what made you guys decide, okay, you want to sign up for the African Youth in Tourism some competition? Where did you see it, and how has that helped you guys so far?
Okay, so youth tourism was very Nanta, right? I
Okay.
think at that point we were registering for Nanta, and on the platform was
Nantan is, for
mentioned
those who don't know, Nigerian Association of Travel Agencies in
yeah.
Nigeria. Yes.
So they now mentioned that, and we were still quite new, and we're looking for that audience,
Platform and
that platform
audience,
that
yeah.
we can actually that can actually push us, right? So that was how we applied, and into that application they now mentioned that someone has done that, and that was you, and that was how we now started reaching out to you.
And how has the experience been? Has it helped you guys?
I would not lie. Yes. Most time people look at help in the startup space from the financial perspective, right? But
Only,
we
but
fail
it's
to
not.
understand that it's not just about the finance.
It's not.
There's a lot of knowledge that you get from a platform, and it helps you a lot. Let's
And
start
relationships.
from relationships. Thank you. How did I even forget that? Because
Relationships are the most
from
important ones.
that experience up until date, we've had quite a number of. We have a South African client. We've had a Botswana client.
Awesome.
Right. We've had a lot of people. We organize a group trip for businesses to most of these countries, and while doing that, I just reached out to maybe a tour operator in Botswana that I met during that time, and they would help us to plan that and share with us, and we just sell to our clients. So within that period, I would not underestimate the learning, right? It was quite insightful. They gave small money eventually.
And you gave that small money.
And then also the network, the people that we eventually started working with, and then the business that you brought for us.
And I think this year they are giving us a platform to have more of master classes.
Yes.
So someone like me that I did it like 4 years ago, I still have that opportunity to be in those platforms.
Talking about the last master class was
Amazing. I loved the practical part where we had to test run our business plan.
Do you know, at the end of it, I had to go back and I started
Sorry
changing.
guys, you don't understand it. Did you test it again? Did you try another one?
Yes. I was changing a lot of things
Based
about
on that,
GoKardinal
yes.
based on what the AI was suggesting. It was actually very good. I would not lie. So the platform has been quite helpful.
I think just to wrap up what you just said right now, sometimes we go for all this pitch and everything to look for money. Money is not the only thing. They can give you $10 million now and you finish it in one day.
True.
But the relationships you make go a long way. Tomorrow, Mr. Kwake, that's the founder of African Youth Tourism, can call and say, all right, we have a government of Botswana that is looking for someone who has a platform, and he'll connect you with it.
And
Everybody makes their money from it.
the guy is someone that doesn't forget easily.
No, he doesn't.
I can reach out to him on WhatsApp at any point, and he would call you, "Hi, Cornelius," and I would be so shocked.
Mr. Kwaka, if you're listening to this, Mr. Kwaka is going to call. We say thank you for always supporting us. We really appreciate you. All right, so sell Kardinal to our audience. Someone's listening now and they need your platform. Oh yeah, say yourself.
So GoKardinal automate travel booking and expense management for businesses. So in a simpler form, we build a software where businesses and their employees can seamlessly book, plan and manage their business trips with integrated expense management and financial solution capabilities to make the entire process seamless. So when I mean financial solution, we integrated a credit technology because we saw the need for when it comes to Nigeria, the idea of making payments at the spot can be quite very strenuous, right? So we integrated a credit technology that helps you to pay for that flight without having to start running to your financial team, your accountant for payment, and then an invoice is auto-generated and forwarded to your finance team, and they make payment based on the how you've already set your system. We are trying to add control to the companies, right?
Okay.
You can, upon onboarding, you can set what you want to be done on the platform. Or I need credit and I want to be making payments every 10 days. The system accepts that, right? And by the time we do a credit check and you are creditworthy based on what the technology that we've already integrated provides, we provide you with available credit so that you can make your bookings and you are able to get a one-click checkout. The credit is used to settle that flight automatically at the platform.
It's only flights or about hotels?
We air and ground.
Okay.
So for now, those are the two that we've already integrated, and we are trying to do hotel. Talking about hotel, I think that is one space in the tourism sector that is still completely broken.
Yes, it is.
And nobody is basically doing anything
No,
about
we
it.
are. So I'm in part of the NESG, Nigerian Economic Summit Group, and I'm under the Tourism and Hospitality Group. Now, hospitality is broad.
Yeah.
And to get everything together, it takes time. But yes, there's things happening behind the scenes where we want to have like SOPs where people are going to be like monitored and things. So there's a lot that's happening behind the scenes that a lot of people are not seeing. But we are very, very aware that hospitality space needs a lot of like how do I put it? I don't want to use the word fixing, but structuring.
And also technology. They need to accept technology.
Yeah.
Why I mentioned this is while we were building GoKardinal, we tried to integrate to a lot of APIs to have a very large inventory, right? So for the hotels, we saw that the available APIs, they are basically they have a hotels from the high end. You can imagine a cool hotel, all those big hotels. But some people might just want to travel and they need to be in a very cozy hotel, right?
Yeah.
And you don't see them on the platform. So we now said, okay, why not build our own hotel inventory? That was how we started. To my surprise, most of these hotels, they don't even have they don't have an automated inventory system.
Yeah,
so it is probably when you come to the hotel, I need a hotel, they'll open their book to check if they have available rooms on that date on a sheet of paper, right? So how do you start automating? So for us to even automate, we need to automate their process and then key into their process for us, right? So it was at that point you felt like, are we ready for this? Because it would completely move us from what we are doing
now
into something else. And we just said, okay, let's just hold on with this. But eventually it's something that we need to look into, because I feel there's a lot of opportunity there, right? Yes. And if we are able to integrate hotels in real life and sell their APIs, I feel that's an opportunity. In Nigeria alone, it's a big opportunity in Nigeria.
Yeah, because we have plenty of hotels.
A lot.
Plenty.
And many of them don't even know what they can't sell because who knows? I would be the other day I was going to Jos, right? And I needed to just book a hotel, so that was the first time, right? I just don't want to get to Jos and I'm stranded. And it was quite stressful because I couldn't see anything online. So when I check, I would not put a call through to them that I want to go. Some of them would tell you to call back 24 hours before the day you are traveling, before you are able to make a
Because they don't have an
reservation.
automation of how and everything. Oh, we get there. We get there. I'm happy that people like you are actually thinking of those kind of solutions, and I'm hoping that you're going to get the right partners to work with you guys to make that happen. So let's just go to some personal stuff. 3 things that people don't know about you.
$1 million question.
I always get that reaction from everyone.
Okay, I think I've mentioned one. Many people don't even know that I'm a science
Yeah, your
graduate.
science is bio what?
Biochemistry.
All the way to travel.
Many people don't even the day I mentioned it at the office.
So
they were looking
you're
at me, "What?"
retired. All right.
So
Number
that's
2.
one. Then 2 is the easiest way to get me out of a conversation is shouting at me.
You have to shout at you now.
Once you shout at me, I am out of here, and
To
I
do
don't
what
think
you
I
need
would
to do.
talk to you again. I just feel like the world is already too difficult to now sit down and listen to people shout at. I don't shout, and I don't want people to shout at me. My parents, they are aware of this. If you want to talk to me, I believe that I listen a lot. I have that. But once I notice that you are raising your voice, I am out, and it's so strange that I just feel like you are violent. I just make a very
Did you have any experience growing up? The social Nigeria gave you like a
okay. You know, growing up in
PTSD?
the Igbo culture, you
Mm.
can't say you are out of that.
Can't say they
Our
will shout
parent
at
is
you.
already there.
We
It's
shout
there.
a lot.
Our parents shout
If
for
I
us.
don't worry, why can't you a father? Nobody will tell you. My husband used to form. No, you don't shout. Now he's shouting. I'm laughing.
Ah,
Shebi,
I
you
just
always
hope, but I can't stay where
Where someone
people
is
are
shouting.
shouting, even where there is chaos, and I just want
or even
to.
fun. Even having fun and shouting.
That's why I don't go for clubs. That's why it's quite difficult for me to watch football where everybody.
Okay, you're always a unique case.
I-
then. Number 3.
So the third one would be what do people not know about me? Finally,
I always like asking this question because it makes you think about yourself.
right? Okay. Oh, okay. I think this is basically people that know me personally, right? But
Those who don't know you
who doesn't know
personally.
might not even be aware of that. But I come from a very large family.
Okay.
When I mean large, I mean large.
All right.
So
Wow.
I think that's large in the sense that if I'm standing with my siblings, most times you feel like, is this a community?
You guys are that big. All right. So 2 places like you advise people to travel. One in Nigeria, one in Africa.
In Nigeria, I've been to quite a couple, but I think people should just go to Jos.
I can count how many people in this my podcast have said people should go to Jos and Obudu. Those are the 2 most.
Yeah, Obudu too.
two
I
most
did mention
places.
Obudu because I feel they are not living up to my expectation,
Oh, for
right?
real?
In the sense that so many things are no longer working there, and I know. Okay, now there has been a little concession to a new agency. I feel that might change
It
the
is.
story, right?
Yeah.
But a lot is still not. I want to have the experience of that cable car again,
Yeah.
right?
Climb up and everything.
You guys, I want to have that experience. I've only had it once, and ever since then, it's not
They're not
working,
working again.
right? Sometimes when you go and you lodge into one of the accommodations there, guest houses, you would notice that the ACs
are not
working.
So a lot of work still needs to be done.
Yeah.
When was last did you go there?
I didn't go, but I knew I sponsored someone to go in December.
Okay, this December.
Right? Yeah, this December, right?
No, that's what the feedback you got.
The feedback wasn't
Very nice.
so bad, but it wasn't so
not so
good
perfect.
as well, right? So
Okay,
I
so
feel that
just the whole of Jos.
just experience experience there's this Yankari
Game Reserve.
game resort is
Yes,
also very
beautiful
interesting.
place. All right, so in Africa, would you advise someone to go to?
Namibia.
I knew you were going to say Namibia. I knew you were going to say Namibia. You're not being biased. That's where we did our competition. That's where the
Kenya
African...
is cool,
So, yeah,
right?
Kenya is cool.
Kenya is cool. I've not been to Qatar. People talk about Qatar, and I think I need to go to Qatar. Qatar is not even Africa,
It's not
so
Africa,
let me
so
not
don't
even
even
go
put it
there.
there.
So Kenya is cool, right? Morocco.
That's another beautiful place.
Just because of some things, Morocco doesn't sort of appreciate the African in them, if I would use that word, right? They are more into the next country that is just, I think, Spain, right? So they are, most people don't even believe that Morocco is African, right? So Morocco is fine, but you see Namibia, there is something about Namibia that when you are in Namibia, even while the weather might not be so cool, you are enjoying yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
I agree. I went to Sandwich Bay where the desert and the ocean meet together. Beautiful.
You see a lot of beautiful sights.
And their culture too.
The culture is good. The food. The food is good. So Namibia for me.
All right, I will agree with you. I'll give it to you. So to wrap this up, what advice do you have for those coming to the tourism space, the travel and tourism space, those of us already in it, and our veterans? What advice do you have for these people? Just make it short and quick.
For the veterans, I just want to appreciate them. They've done quite a lot. I just wish that they could actually create a more platform to meet with people that are already here, right? We need their insight, right? Because we can't work in isolation. I feel there's a lot of
knowledge that we need to learn.
Knowledge we need to get from them, right? So that's for the veterans. For people in the tourism space already, let's explore collaborations.
Yeah.
It's something that if you look at the financial space, there's a lot of collaboration happening there and they are growing. But when it comes to tourism, I feel everybody wants to
work in silos.
Yes, work on your own, right? If we want to be at the face of innovation, we can't underestimate the importance of collaboration in the tourism space. I want a time where if you're talking about this market is getting funding, tourism is mentioned, and it's not just fintech, edtech, health tech,
agri-tech, everything.
I need to hear
tourism tech.
Right? Yes. So we need that. So we need to look at collaborations. Then for people coming in, I will start from the academics because tourism coincidentally is one institute that already have like a course on its own.
Yeah.
People study it in school.
You start studying,
So let's start by reviewing the curriculum, right? Let's see how we can imbibe a lot of real-time information into the study.
Yeah.
I think there was a time I was recruiting and I had to reach out to
me.
Recruiting someone in the tourism is very difficult.
A lot of people reach out to me asking for recommending. I look at my network like
it's very difficult. I've not two things that are stressing me in aside from probably building the product is recruitment.
Manpower. Yeah. We kind of like lack experienced professionals, if I can use that word, in the travel space. And so a lot of work needs to be done in the educational part.
Yes.
I think most of the curriculum are still extant. They're not updated the way they are.
Yes.
And there's not enough platforms for them to practice too.
Yeah, I think that is also another thing. So we need to look into that. Then if you are interested in the tourism space, no, that is not it's not like every other industry.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being honest.
You need to have that mindset and you need to be interested in the market before you can survive.
I always tell people, see, if you're not interested about industry, please go. Don't even bother commenting in. I tell them, don't
be burnt out before you even start.
Yeah, I usually say the tourism and travel space is not a get-rich-quick platform, if I can use that word. You have to be passionate and do the work. Before you can start seeing the results.
You need to do before you now see the result. But the result is very interesting.
Yes, if not, you'll be in. Cornelius, thank you. I actually wanted to have you here last year, but I know that a lot of us are quite busy. I'm so glad to finally have you here, and I'm very proud of you. Like,
thank you so much.
My tears, like, oh my gosh, oh my Cornelius. So keep up the good work. Collaboration is very important, and I'm looking forward to collaborating with you.
Yeah,
I'm transiting into the tourism media space, and so there's a lot of work we can all do together.
True.
So let's look forward to that, okay?
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thank you for listening, and see you in the next edition.
Thank you.